Everyone do your Jane Fonda bar blend moves. If you haven't done bar yet.
And down. It's funny to me how she always says how she won't say down, but then when we do this one, she does.
I think she's talking about her butt, though. Okay, anywho, welcome to our Love Your Fit kickoff call. This is going to be recorded so that everyone that's not on here can watch it, because we are going to explain how things are going to work, because we're going to do some special stuff this round. And it's a multi-program group, so there's people in here that are finishing bar blend. There's people in here that are starting bar blend. There's people in here that are doing other programs and just getting started. I know we just had Courtney. She's not on the call. She just finished 80-Day Obsession, which is super exciting. Always a big day when you finish a program. So lots of different things you'll see in the group. Some people are doing hybrids of multiple programs right now because there are calendars that allow you to do a hybrid. But just welcome. Our group this round is going to be about loving the journey of bootcamp and of your life and of your fitness and of whatever goals you're working on day in and day out, and making it a life, not making it so much I'm going to do this for 3 weeks and then be done, and my joy is going to be found when I reach my goal at the end. That's not what makes a long, sustainable life change. So we're all about helping you find your love for your fitness and your health and your sanity among the journey. This is kind of a fun one because a lot of us have been around for a long time now. The coaches, if everyone wants to say hi and say how long you've been a coach, that would be amazing. There's 5 of us leading this group. And I believe, I don't know how many people are going to be in this group right now. Let me go at it. But I believe we're around like 30 to 40 people total in the group. I'll talk about how it works, how posting in the group matters. Being on this call is a really big deal, so thank you for being here tonight. It is really important that we connect with each other. So ladies that are leading, I'm gonna say your names so we don't talk on each other. Cass, you're first.
All right, so how long I've been a coach is almost 2.5 years. It was right after I did my first challenge group and fell completely in love with the community behind it and just wanted to help other people. What else were we supposed to say?
That's all.
Okay.
All right. Elena, you're next.
Hello, friends. So I have been a coach / in boot camp groups for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in the end of April. And I'm just so excited. I blabbed all about it on my stories, and I had someone yesterday ask me how I've been so consistent, and honestly it's all thanks to you guys, because this is what keeps me going. So I can't wait for another round.
All right, Maria.
Hi, my name is Maria. I have been a coach for just over a year, and I've been in challenge groups working on my health and fitness for almost 2 years. So I was one of those people that was asked to be a coach and didn't really believe that I could coach other people, but dove into personal development, really kind of battled some of those hurdles, got over some of that, and believed that I was worthy and capable of inspiring other people. So here I am, a year later.
Amazing. Ashley.
Hi, I've been a coach for just over 2 years. It was like January 2018. And when I started as a challenger, I said, okay, I'm just going to do this for 3 weeks to prove to myself that I actually can. And I'm still here. So that's just all I'm going to say.
Ain't that the truth? So I think it's really cool to see who's leading you in these groups. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different paths of fitness. None of us, other than Ashley and Maria, actually knew each other before this community happened. So if you're starting new and like you're from Instagram, or you don't know us, or you only know one of the coaches, don't feel weird about it. Like literally, I met Cass, who lived like not very far from me, on Facebook randomly when I said happy birthday, and then she's literally been in my groups for 2.5 years since. And so don't feel weird because you don't know us like right away, right? Don't feel weird that you don't know anyone else in the group, or that you don't, maybe you live in, we should use one of the funny states, North Carolina, and Alexa doesn't know where North Carolina is.
Chicago.
Yeah, if you live in Chicago. If you live, I believe, Emily, you're in California. Samantha, I believe you're in California. Anna's somewhere on the East Coast. Ashley's in Michigan, still East Coast time. It's very confusing. But there are people everywhere. We are a community that's spread out, so don't feel weird because of where you are or how you got into here. The biggest thing about this community is if you can actually get in there and connect, you will have your life changed. And I said this in the email that I sent out today. I think the other ladies touched on it as well. But connecting with the group and not just your coach will also change your life. I know Ashley and Cass got very close in these groups, and they didn't know each other before this either. So don't like hold back because you're shy. Like if you aren't comfortable sharing a picture of your sweaty selfie right away, share a picture of your shoes, share a picture of like your water or something, but connect and then go in and comment on someone else's stuff. So using the app, make sure on the bottom of all your posts you toggle it so it either is green or blue. So you're sharing to the group feed. If you haven't watched the tutorial on how to use the app, you need to do it, because it's very helpful in understanding how it all works, where files are when we talk about those. There will be daily challenges in this group, which is going to be fun and different, but you guys have all seen the heart kind of background that we've been using so far. Look for those posts every day, and there will be a challenge on them every day. And this round, there's weekly winners. Those will be off of both your engagement and like actually doing your own stuff. So showing up, drinking your Shakeology, doing your workout, having your good meals, doing your PD, participating in the podcast, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but also how you engage with other people. So if say there's like 10 people that have perfect weeks, we're going to choose the person that we think showed up the best that week for other people and for themselves in the group, so that we're the most active and really getting in there and having fun. Yes, you can just let your app link to your bod and do your workout, and it will log your workout, and you can still land on the leaderboard without ever posting anything to the group feed of the group. It will not be as powerful for you if you do it that way, because we can't physically comment. Even as your coach, we cannot comment on that post if you don't put it in the group feed. We lose the ability to comment on it. So yes, we can message you after the fact, but it doesn't show up in the same way. It's not as connection driven, which I think is the bread and butter of these groups. Is we are different, of course, because we're teaching you other things beyond just the workouts, but having like a good connection with another person, finding a workout buddy, finding that person in your time zone that like you just really click with, you have the same routine as, or maybe you have a similar job or whatever it is. Like it's very, very powerful to use the community. So now that I'm done spieling about the community, please take that seriously. And we can't want this more than you want this. We can't show up for you. We can't post to the group feed for you. We need you to do that for you. Because when you do, and if you do it consistently, you will be embraced. One, we love everyone, and we love it when someone gets out there and has fun and like actually participates. It's so much fun. But we can't want it more than you. We can't make you wake up and work out. We can only give you the tools and then show up alongside you and really, really cheer you on when you are doing it and help remind you that we are not going to sit here and enable your excuses. That's not our job. You didn't hire a cheerleader. You hired a coach. So we're going to be a little direct with you sometimes. If you're slacking, there better be a very good reason. Like I know this is flu season. We have had a couple people disappear for weeks because they have like pneumonia or they have an actual fever and like they shouldn't be working out. That's a different animal, right? That's not you slacking. But we aren't going to let you just completely fall off for an entire month just because you had a busy month at work. Like we all have busy months at work. Welcome to the club. You have to find a way to do this, and don't feel like you need to do it perfectly to be worthy of posting it in the group. Don't feel like you need to do it perfectly to be worthy of continuing forward. You are worthy of continuing forward if you just wake up in the morning and are yourself. Like it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It's the tire analogy that everyone uses. Like if you slashed one tire or you hit it on a curb and it blew up, you aren't going to go do that to the other four. So just keep going and celebrate the little wins. And maybe like a meal plan for you right now freaks you out. Or maybe you're just in a really stressful phase of life and you're snacking too much. Maybe like you're eating a lot at work. Like maybe you're an accountant and you work Saturdays too when it's crazy. You don't have to like beat yourself up that you're ordering lunch every day. Just pick a good lunch to order. Like order what you can. Don't get the cookie. Like you have to pick those small wins and give yourself credit for them, because that's what's going to help you propel you forward. So weekly prizes again are based off the challenges and participation. And then, of course, the leaderboard. You guys will see a leaderboard on Monday. It'll be from our last group. We always still shout them out in this group. But it'll kind of give you an idea of what it's like. There's the perfect weekers, which means you went perfect on your calendar for your workouts and your Shakeology. The workouts, if you're doing a program that only has like 4 or 5 workouts a week, it means you have scheduled rest days on your calendar. you can have that many rest days logged as workouts. Like you click the plus button and you add a workout and you say rest day. You better have an X on a rest day on your calendar when you post that. You can't just log 5 rest days and get on the perfect week board. That's not how that works. It is okay if you kind of move them around a little bit, but you want to keep your calendar as in order as humanly possible. They're made by professionals. Follow them, print them, hang them on your wall. There is like science to the action of crossing out the workout. So to hang it up or put it in a drawer or put it somewhere where you're going to take it out every day and cross it off. Yeah. And then there's 5+ Club. So what that one is 5+ workouts in a week. So that one doesn't take into account Shakeology. It is just your workouts. So maybe you have a week where you're sick and you took 2 rest days and you did 2 workouts or you did 2 rest days and 3 workouts and you logged those and you fell off the face of the earth on Saturday and Sunday. I don't know what happened there, but you still probably will get a 5+ Club on that because it's going to log as 5 when we pull the stats on the group. Do you have any questions so far? I know I talk fast. I'm sorry. All right. The next big thing is podcasts. So this is new. Usually you'd be on a bootcamp call, and I can share some of the old bootcamp calls, but that we have sat and belabored the power of reading a book. And we do hardcore believe once you get into personal development to read a book because it helps you stay on a single topic for a long time or like for an extended period of time so you're able to implement that topic. What we're going to do this time, because Love Your Fit is about getting you guys to learn a lot of the basics of loving your fitness and loving your journey and kind of just getting you to sample different things, we are going to give you 2 podcasts a week that are homework. You will get a link, so like you'll be able to click on it in your emails from your coach or in the group. I wouldn't wait for them to be in the group because that's me the day of. Like if you work directly with me, you got a link to this week's on a couple hours ago. So you can click on that. It'll actually open on your phone. If you don't have an iPhone, I believe it still works and like links to iTunes or something. If you're having trouble finding the podcast, let us know. But we picked specific podcasts for every week. And there's 2 every week. On Tuesday and Thursday, we'll actually have podcasts like chats, which will just be a whole thread where we talk about our takeaways of the podcast and really sharing, making sure that you're doing it, one, and sharing what we took away that we found really impactful. These podcasts will have different topics. So some will be on a big theme, or like this week, one of them is Miracle Morning. That is a topic that we talk about a lot. A lot of us just refer to our morning routine and expect the world understands what we're talking about, but we know not everyone does. So that is one that's going to explain it. We will talk about different things like, I don't want to like give them all away. So like different topics that will help you not volunteer excuses, help you love yourself along the journey, and help you have tactical things as well. Some of them are like hoorah-rahs, and some of them are a little bit more tactical because both are important. They are all from different podcasts. So they're all from different points of views and all of that jazz. What I will say is almost every podcast is created by someone who wants to sell you something. So you will have to fast forward at the beginning and get past the ads, or they're monetizing them so they have ads in them. You just fast forward through that. There's a little +30 button, like a circle with a 30 in it. It's really easy to skip through. But you can listen to them as you drive. You can listen to them as you clean. You can do it at work if you're like a data entry person. Whatever works for you, but listen to those podcasts. And if you really connect with one or you connect with a speaker, save that podcast like thing so you can go search that podcast for more topics. A lot of the podcasts that we're sharing have a lot of stuff that you could go dig in deeper to, and each one kind of has a different like theme or like what they do. Some of them are a little bit more like business goal focused. I think those are important because yes, it's like a world of like entrepreneurs and all that jazz, but it applies to your health and fitness journey and it applies to your life. So often like people like don't listen to that type of stuff, but like you, and no matter what you do, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you work for a corporate business or you're a teacher or you work for yourself or you're a fireman, no matter what it is, these things that they talk about are going to help you be better as a human. So just always think when you're listening to a podcast, don't sit there and think, how is this applying to me? This doesn't sound like me. I shouldn't listen to this. Try instead to listen to a podcast, even if you disagree with it or that you don't exactly connect with right away. Find a way that you can adjust it to connect to you, or think about how it's helping you learn about someone else in your life. It's really one of the most positive and powerful things you can do is to listen to viewpoints that are different than your own, and that open your mind just up, because you are the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? Over this group and over your future, we want personal development to fill one of those slots. It can be a variety of different things, but personal development is always going to be that person in your life or that thing in your life that helps you open a little bit wider. And it's okay if it sounds scary at first, or like you're like, oh, I don't really need that. Just commit to it this round and see what happens. It will grow on you. That's what I'll say. But you have to commit to it. If you only listen to 10 minutes and then you never listen to it again and you never participate in the things, or you only listen to the ones that you think are going to apply to you, you're going to miss the boat on a lot of things. Because often you have to push yourself to like try to open your mind to a new topic, because we like what's comfortable. That's why we like to sit on the couch, because it's comfortable. That's why we like to do what we've always done. That's why we like to eat chips and cheese, because chips and cheese are comfort, right? Like you just gotta open, like you're never gonna like kale if you never try kale. You're probably never gonna like Brussels sprouts if you don't try Brussels sprouts 3 different ways. What you listen to and absorb as a human is the same. So we need you to be open-minded to it. It's really, really important. That is all I have on the logistics. I do have one thing that we're going to share, one podcast at the end of this call that I think is really important, but it needs explaining. So we're going to do it on the call, and only people on the call are going to get the link. And if you're watching this afterwards, I can send you the link afterwards. But does anyone have a question, or coaches do something to add to the logistics and all that jazz, or anything I've said so far?
The only thing that I really have to add is like with everything that Alexa's saying, like I know that maybe like I know she shared, Samantha, this is your first group, like it's okay to take things in bits and pieces, like she said, with like nutrition or meal plans being daunting, just starting to make that right decision. Like just start implementing things one at a time as you're able to. And at the end of the day, you're really going to get out of these groups and out of these workouts and these meal plans like what you put into them. I 1,000,000% promise and guarantee you that these programs, like these podcasts, all these things, they work, but you have to work in order for that to be the case. And if you're following your program and you're following your meal plan, you're doing the personal development, I promise you, promise, your life will be changed. But you have to take those steps first.
Agreed. And every little step adds up. All right. Now, I know I've already lit a lot of sassy fire. I'm kind of a sassy fire person. So if you ever get a comment from me that I'm a little sassy fire, like maybe I felt like you like gave an excuse, don't take it personally. It's just me being sassy fire, because we all need a little sassy fire in our life. But I want to talk a little bit about the podcast that I'm going to send out. It is, you know how I just talked about listening to things you disagree with and finding the nuggets and finding what connects to you in that? This is one of those podcasts. So it is a body image podcast on the Life Coach School podcast. She is a podcaster that does a lot of business stuff. Like this one is actually, I think the person's on it because she's in like the business school thing that this chick runs. But I found it very powerful because they do articulate some things in it so well. And it makes you open your eyes to the fact that you signed up today to do a boot camp. You're signing up to work out, take care of your health, and do all that every day. But we need to remember that how much we love ourselves, how worthy we are, how competent we are, how we feel when we look in the mirror, how we feel when we go on a date, how we feel in our lives isn't suddenly going to be magic when we get to our goal weight or our goal at the end. No, like talking about, do you want to be happy or do you want to be fit? Those are not, that's a dumb question. Those are literally different things. You're asking about an emotional state or about the amount of tissue on your body. They are very, very, very different. I'm going to let you guys listen to the podcast and I'm going to send it to you because I think it's very powerful. And I was just like a yes, like it was so good. But there are moments when I also say no because you'll know what it is during it. But she is a fat positive person. which is not a bad word. I don't believe that's a bad word at all. But I do believe, we're going to talk about Jillian Michaels in a second, but I do believe that there is, and if you're in here, there is an understanding that health is important. And taking care of your body is important. Because while the body positive movement is amazing, there is actual scientific proof that if you eat cheeseburgers and potato chips and you treat your body like shit, you're going to die younger. And I'm not here to help you die younger. I'm here to help you love yourself, but I also want you to live a really long time. I don't think the shape of your body has anything to do with that. I think the way you treat your body does. And yes, that does mean being within a healthy range of weight. And I don't believe that the national whatever that makes the overweight chart is in their right minds, because I'm like, you look at me, I'm obese based by that. Like, it's silly. But I do believe that like there's a difference between having some extra weight on you and loving yourself and taking care of yourself and eating well and moving your body. And she talks about this, but I don't want you to miss this part. And then treating yourself like shit and just being like, oh, I can do whatever I want whenever I want, and yay. Like, that's different. Because you need to remember that you want to live a long and happy life. You can't live a long and happy life if you live on potato chips. It's just, you can't. And I want you guys to feel good and to like wake up vibrant and have energy. And that requires that you take care of yourself and you move your body and you drink your water and you eat well. And that's what I want you guys to hear out of this. And none of that, again, like none of the taking care of yourself, even like, yes, it's going to innately make you lose weight often if you're overweight. If you're not overweight, often these habits actually make you put on weight and put on muscle. And there's no right or wrong anywhere in this. But I know we come from a diet culture and they talk about this in there. Like, you're supposed to be able to eat whatever you want, but also be skinny. And that's the ideal. And that's a bunch of bullshit. Like, that isn't what happiness is. And that isn't what health is. Like, it's like the opposite of both. Like, so we want to share this with you and have you go into it with the right mindset. It kind of has been like a big topic in social media if you've been on like the health and wellness social media lately, because Jillian Michaels, who's like the Biggest Loser person, she's a very drastic person. She's aggressive. This is why I'm not going to send you her thing, because she rubs me the wrong way still sometimes anyways. But she made a comment about Lizzo. And this has been a topic lately that's been talked about a lot, because while she loves that Lizzo loves herself and her size and in her body and in whatever she's doing in her life, she thinks that's great that she loves herself, but she cannot support the behavior of Lizzo having no interest in eating healthy and taking care of herself. Because somewhere in an interview that happened, like, she talked about how she wants to gain weight. She doesn't want to lose weight. She's not going to eat healthy. She loves herself as she is. But that's not the same thing again. Remember, like, loving yourself has nothing to do with what you're eating and like what you look like. And like, it's no. So it's been a topic because Jillian Michaels is on the side of health and she wants people to live a longer life. And that means making positive choices, moving your body, drink the water. We don't care what you look like at the end of this challenge group. We care about the inputs of your behavior. What are you doing for you? The outputs are going to happen. Over time, the outputs will happen. The inputs of choosing yourself, doing your personal development, do your workout, create a community that uplifts you and inspires you to be a better human. That is what we matter about. That's what we matter about. That's what matters, and that's what we care about. So I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry if it's confusing. I hope it doesn't offend anyone, but I feel very passionate about it. I'm kind of like the health nut. And I started this whole journey because I couldn't eat processed food because my organs physically can't handle it. And I don't care about the size that I am. Like, if you look at me now, I've talked about this a couple times. I'm actually 20 pounds heavier than the lightest I was 3 years ago. When I first started my journey, I did it to lose weight. I did it because I didn't like how I looked. I lost the weight. I was fit and in a really good body physical shape by every stretch of the imagination. I'm happier now than I was then. I'm better and well-rounded now than I was then. I think I'll still get back to that. I really honestly do. But it's my worth isn't attached to the size anymore. Like, I still know I'm eating healthy. I still know I made some badass roasted veggies. If you guys haven't seen the veggies that I made for this week, I'll post them in the group. They're so good. But like, I know I'm taking care of myself now. I'm not strictly eating only 6 carrots because that's what fits in the green container. No, if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat 12 carrots because the girl's hungry. Like, you got to figure it out. If you are hungry, please, if you're ever hungry in your meal plan, drink more water. 1, make sure you're drinking enough water. 2, eat some more veggies. Like, you should never be starving on these meal plans. If you feel like you are, eat some more veggies. I will say, though, a slight hunger, if you're used to eating a lot and your stomach is stretched out, a slight hunger is going to happen. But don't feel like you're like going to bed and like getting dizzy because you're not eating enough. That's terrible. Hi, Charlie. You agree, I know. All right. So I will send the podcast link into the chat thread. Does everyone see the chat thread? Okay. I'm going to go get it. Someone else can talk while I go get this for you. I mean, that would mean someone else has to talk.
Charlie says hi. Hi, everybody.
And if you,
Charlie, hi. Hi, Charlie. Hi.
If you are watching this recording later, please just reach out to me when you've completed it, and I will send you this link, or your coach will send you this link, and listen to it. It's a long one. It's an hour. But I think it's very interesting, and I think it's very, very powerful because if we go into this journey with the right mindset and the right reason why we're showing up, because we want to be stronger, and we want to feel better. We want to wake up in the morning with energy, and we want to look in the mirror and be like, yes, I'm getting a muscle. Like, there is so much power to that, because changing your life is going to help you change everything that you do. Like, carrying more groceries in one trip if you live in an apartment or a condo. Like, yes, that's such a life win. Like, there's so much to this beyond the weight loss. And we really, 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 really want you guys to understand that, because a part of loving your fit and loving the journey is knowing that you're just as valid today, and there's just as many wins today as there will be when you're really close to your goal. All right, everyone copy that thing into like a notepad. All right, I'm done. I'm going to stop recording, and if people have questions afterwards, we can do that.